I don't know if it was last Sunday or the Sunday before, we didn't get to do our live, so I'm excited. I feel like we have a lot to talk about. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm gonna wait for some people to get on, and I'm gonna wait for my husband to get in, and then we'll see, because we have some things to talk about. One thing we have to talk about is we had a wonderful family come, and you guys always know there's flies. We had a wonderful family come and visit us here on the rancho, and they were so nice and wonderful. And I got to meet their daughter, and she has a really cool story as well. I think you guys are going to want to hear. Let me fix a couple things on here real quick. Hola. Hola, everybody. Hi, everybody. All right, I'm just waiting for my husband to get in here. Hola. You guys, just so you know, we made it to 80,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. I think I'm going to do something nice with little kids. Hi, Connie. Oh my gosh. Hi, you guys. There's so many people getting on right now. Oh, yes, Christina, you made the live. Juan, hola. Maria, hola. Maria, Jennifer. Hi, everybody. I was just watching your last video and saw you went live. Oh, that is so cool. Saludos de San Diego. The people who came to visit us were from Los Angeles, and my husband knows the area, but it was so nice seeing them. Love your family. Hola. Most important thing you do is share Jesus with your people. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That's something we're going to be talking about today as well. Watching from Pennsylvania, from Durango. Hi, Justin. Hola, soy de Jalisco. Hola, we have so much lluvia in Jalisco right now. Mucho agua. Finally made the live. Hola. ¿Dónde Lalo? Lalo está aquí. He's just setting up his phone. I'm from California. Galveston, Texas. Hola. How's this looking awesome? Thank you so much. Laura says, I like watching you because it shows how my family used to live in Mexico. My mother is from Mexico. Oh, that warms my heart. What time of the day is it there? It's 7:30 right now. Use a water bottle sprayer with the use of a grinder to cut the channel for the electrical work.
I've heard that so many times.
Are you gonna try it? Here comes my husband, you guys.
I actually did try it with I have a backpack sprayer.
Don't move the table, remember.
I have a backpack sprayer and I tried it with that, but it only got so far. I mean,
Wait, there you
it
go.
made a little bit of a difference, but not much.
Not much. Okay, let me move over so you can get in a little bit. Wait. Sorry, you guys, I dropped it. I told my husband not to move, and then I moved it.
Hi, everyone.
All right, guys, let me try to set this up properly. I think pretty soon we're gonna need a studio to do our lives in.
I told you to make one of the rooms in the house your studio, but you didn't want to.
No, I can't. I'm way too, I think I like the, here, hold this right here for a second. All right, hold on, you guys. Okay, now try to let it go. There. Okay, now don't move anything. Don't even put your arms on the table.
Why is this a balancing act?
This is a balancing act. If it falls again, you guys, I'm doing my 25-minute walking, carrying my iPad while I watch. Oh, so cool. We just got back from our walk. Dora says, hola, Lalo, saludas, desert de San Diego.
Saludos.
Hola, how are you doing? We're doing really good, you guys. We're waiting on some tacos right now. I watch you so much. All my YouTube commercials are in Spanish now. Oh, that's funny. Saludos y blessings.
Bendiciones.
De animales, ¿cuándo salen tus animalitos?
¿A cuáles animalitos de todos?
Hi, Lalo. My husband and I were in San Pedro and thought about...
Busy Bee?
Yeah, when your stopping grounds. When you're in your stopping grounds. That is so cool. Hello from the beautiful mountains of East Tennessee. I've been to actually Gatlinburg, Tennessee before.
I'm still waiting for somebody to send me in and out.
Did you ever go to Tennessee?
No, we planned on going to Tennessee, remember?
No, we went once. We were looking at a house a long time ago because we were done living in
Oh, yeah,
Michigan.
but that was, no, I'm talking about when we were planning on going to the cabins.
Yeah, we had one time I had a vacation there with my family. Best vacation I've ever had. I seen bears horseback. Like I was horseback riding and we seen bears. It was so cool. Marcia says, oh my gosh, my first live. Praying for you and your family always. I'm so jealous every time I watch y'all go out to eat. Much love and blessings, Spring, Texas. Oh, thank you. My husband is welding and asking if you already put the beam up.
We haven't put any beams up yet. We have to wait for 6 more beams to get in. And then we got to take down the carport so that the crane would be able to get into the backyard.
And she lives 30 minutes from Gatlinburg, so you really do live in the beautiful part of the mountains. It's so wild to see Tennessee because I feel like there was some parts that just weren't very nice, and then there's some parts that are absolutely amazing. It was really mixed up. Diamonds and Lace. There's a wonderful lighting store in Chapalita called Doco. Oh, I'm gonna write that down. Okay, I'm done, you guys. I am done. Hon, you gotta set this up better.
Use my gimbal.
Okay, yeah, hand me your gimbal. All right, and I'm gonna write that down. But then sometimes has your gimbal been charging?
Yeah, I just charged it.
When?
Right now.
Like for a second?
I just took it off the charger. Look.
Oh, you took it off the charger. All right, you guys. Okay. Let me fix this. Let me get our life in order for a second.
My gosh.
Well, the stand broke on it.
I bought you like 10 stands now.
Yes, from the Mexico Chinese store.
No, I got that one from Amazon. Here,
Okay, can you help me, hon?
let me see.
Okay, there. Are you guys? If this doesn't work, then I don't know what will. Then we weren't meant to do a live today if this doesn't work.
You can actually turn it if you want.
We're not touching it now. It's working now. We miss Annabelle on the live. I know Annabelle wanted to come on the live, but they are resting right now. Okay, this actually is working so much better. You just got to get in a little bit closer.
I'm telling you, you can turn it sideways. Like this.
Okay. Nope, we gotta keep it just like that. Can you lock it in place, please?
It should stay like that.
All right, hi everyone from Alaska. All right, I'm gonna let you read some of the comments real quick.
No, I'm like way behind. That makes you all sideways. Julie Nieto, saludos.
All right, you guys, let me fix this real quick. Messages, okay. All right, sorry you guys, it's all set up now. I'm telling you, if this fails though, that means we weren't meant to do a live. Hon, I wrote the name of that store down too.
Okay.
Jalisco, Mexico, hola. You should make your daily vlogs longer. You know the problem is, you guys, I use CapCut. That was the only app I could find that had the best reviews for Spanish subtitles. So because I have CapCut, it doesn't let me do over 36-minute long for the subtitles. And then you guys seen in one of my baby shower vlogs, YouTube was offering me auto dubbing where it will change you to Spanish speaking if your settings, like if it's playing in a different country. But that was working so well, but I don't know what happened, but then they changed my English voice, my normal English voice, to like an AI voice. And I read online that can just happen sometimes. So I have to keep it to a certain length to be able to do subtitles, especially now that I'm not doing auto dubbing until I figure out why it was doing that to my voice. I think it did that because so much of that video was in Spanish, and AI is the one that auto dubs the voices, I think it was confused what was the main language of that video. And then I didn't want to take it down because I spent so much time. I really wanted to show you guys the baby shower. But yeah, I would like to make them a little bit longer. If I could find somebody to add in the subtitles for me, because a lot of people on YouTube do that. They hire someone locally to put in the subtitles. I don't have anyone here though that would be able to do that. Hi you guys, I know English and Spanish, so I don't have a problem. That's wonderful. Guanajuato celebrating 16th of December. Yes. We're celebrating it the 15th though, aren't we?
Yeah, but then the kids have the 16th off of school.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why our ranch was celebrating it on the 15th. But then they have, so maybe we're gonna have to do like a barbecue at the house or something. Oh, everybody wants Annabelle to come on. ¿Cómo ve la construcción de la casa?
¿Cómo va? Pues bien, va al pasito, pero bien.
Pasito, pasito. Lupita y la MacGyver. Hola, hola Victoria. Hola everybody. Your home is coming out beautiful, but I had to ask if you guys can have your elders share stories of their childhood and cultures. Stories are wonderful from elders, treasures I say. It's so funny you bring that up because I was just thinking about having, if my mother-in-law wanted to do it, having my mother-in-law do a live with my husband, just her and my husband, and you guys doing the live in Spanish. I bet they'd have so many questions for her.
Yeah.
So the next Sunday, I'm gonna ask my mother-in-law if she would do a live for you guys, because my mother-in-law, I don't know if you guys know this or not. Where was she from in Mexico?
Durango.
She's from Durango, and
She's from Gomez Palacio, Durango.
and she has kind of a wild family history, and she knows a lot, but she doesn't tell us unless we ask.
My mom, I didn't know this growing up, but my mom actually was born into an hacienda. So, I'm sure I don't know if she remembers a whole lot because they ended up leaving there when she was about 7. They just had some stuff happening and they ended up, my grandpa ended up passing away and then,
When all the kids were very young.
yeah. So just a lot of stuff happened, but yeah, her story is very, very unique, I think.
Very unique. And me and my husband were just talking about that in the car, how my mother-in-law, she didn't have like much guidance in life. Her dad passed away young, and her mom, I think had 11 or 12 children.
Yeah.
And she was one of the younger ones. And then when she came to California, she just started working right away. And she's always worked up until she couldn't anymore.
Yeah. So my mom's on disability, but yeah, she stopped working probably at like 68.
I think that's a lot of people's story though, is that I think it's more of my mother-in-law's generation. More of the older generation came into the United States when it was not a problem. You could go in and out as you please. And then they had their children, like my husband. And when my husband became a little more around a teenager, it started to become more of a problem in the United States. And my mother-in-law didn't know anything different. She was just like my husband. She didn't really grow up in Mexico.
Mm-mm.
And I think she doesn't talk about her stories because maybe her mom didn't talk about stories or say much. But I love hearing them.
Yeah, me too. I've heard a lot of stories from my aunts. If you guys have been here long enough, you guys know that I didn't really know any of my family from here in Mexico. Because it was just nobody around in California. So then when I did get to meet my aunts and stuff, they ended up telling me a lot of the stories, and there's a lot of actually funny stories. So.
And I won't tell my mother-in-law's story for her. If she comes on the live next week, I'll let her tell her story. She has the most interesting family history you could even imagine. It's a very interesting, and not just like her family history in Mexico is very interesting. She has very deep roots in Durango, and then her family history of coming to the United States and how they lived. I mean, I wish my husband's dad was here, because I wonder now if he would have chose to raise his kids in Mexico or not. I know God worked it out for his good, and I think he stayed in the States for a reason, but his dad was such a sweet, kind, gentle man, and I know he would be so happy to see Lalo and the kids growing up here. And then Irma said on here, her mom didn't ever speak about her youth for some reason. Rest in peace to her mom. Isn't that so curious? My mom always talked to me about her childhood. My dad too. And my mother-in-law, she just doesn't think to bring it up unless someone asks. So Connie MW10, I came to the US at the age of 3. So didn't know my dad during his time working to bring us from Mexico. Mom and dad moved back to Mexico when I was 18. Only had both parents for 15 years. I want to tell you guys, I know a couple families where they couldn't go to the United States, but they could send their children, and their children live in the United States with relatives, and then they live here. I've heard that happening a few times, and I don't judge them for it. I think they get worried, or they want to be able to give their kids the best future. But then also I think, as we grow up, we can look back and say, kind of what would have been best for us. Would it have been better education in a private school, or would it have been just more time with our parents, like how my husband goes outside with the kids and teaches them welding or taking care of the animals. So I think that also really depends on the person. Me and you kind of had this conversation at the plaza, because my husband grew up in such a different circumstance than I did. And he's like, that can really change your mindset.
You know what's crazy though? So yesterday, we actually had a family stop by here that was from the States. And they had a daughter that decided to come live in Mexico.
Yeah.
I think she just wanted to know what Mexico is like. So, and they ended up letting her, which is awesome. So we're kind of switching roles now. You know what I mean? Which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did have that conversation. It's hard to explain, man, because my experience, like in California, was completely different than yours in Michigan. You know, like I said, I mean, you just said it right now. Your mom used to talk to you about, everything that was going on in their family. I never heard anything.
My husband didn't even know he was an illegal immigrant until it was time for him to start to drive, I think, to get your driver's license.
Yeah, it was around the time where, everybody was taking driver's training and all that stuff. And I was like, man, well, why can't I get a driver's license? I didn't realize that, first of all, that I was illegal, and then you couldn't do all these things. You know what I'm saying? So like, that was a big pill to swallow type thing.
And my husband is very smart, okay? Like, I'm more artistic. If you guys have seen my photography, you know that my brain works that way. My husband, though, is very smart, like book smart. He's like Annabelle. And when I found out he dropped out of high school, I was kind of shocked about that, because I'm like, man, he's such a hard worker, never misses work, very routine, very smart. And that's when he kind of told me, I didn't feel like I had an opportunity in school. The only opportunity he felt like he had was working. And that's, like he just said, hard, because 2 of his siblings were born in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And him and his other sibling weren't, but they all grew up in the United States since they were like 2 and 3, very young. They wouldn't even have remembered Mexico. So you're growing up in the same household as U.S. citizens, and then you're not a U.S. citizen, and it must be strange.
It is. Like I said, it's a big pill to swallow. So like, honestly, you feel like And let me know if you guys feel the same way. I don't know if any of you guys went through the same thing, but it almost feels like, you get the carpet ripped out from underneath you.
Right. Let me see if I can. A couple of you guys have asked me to.
No, last time we had to like stop the live and then redo
Oh,
that.
did we?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys asked me to flip it, but we'd have to stop the live to flip it. So, did it flip? I can't tell.
It did flip, but it won't let you on there.
Oh, it won't let me keep going. It will pause it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to keep it like this for the live, you guys. But again, then I grew up and I didn't even know there was such thing as illegal immigrants until my mom had asked me when I was dating my husband. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking, because back when I was going to school, you weren't, maybe because I wasn't from California, I was from Michigan. At the time, you didn't even talk about that. I didn't learn about it in school.
Well, no, I mean, at the time, you guys didn't even really have a Hispanic community there.
I did in Muskegon. I did have because his sister was my best friend. So I did have a Hispanic community, but that was like never talked about. Even though his sister was my best friend, that was something that never got brought up. Oh, and that's my question for you. Did you guys talk about that within your family?
About what?
About being an illegal immigrant, and was it ever brought up? Like, okay, well, Lalo's life is a little different because he doesn't have the same thing as you guys.
No, it's funny to think about, because like, as a guy, as a man, you're almost taught to not complain about it. This is just another hurdle you gotta get through.
So once you found out about it, it wasn't talked about again.
I mean, there was nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You just went on with life like that.
And then, do you think that is normal within a lot of Hispanic families around your time growing up?
Wow.
It might have changed now, but not talking about certain things.
I don't know. I didn't have a whole lot of like family around. So I mean, I'm sure you weren't gonna just talk to a stranger about it, but.
No, I don't mean a stranger. I just
didn't-
mean like at family dinner, was it ever brought up?
No. No.
So it's just kind of ignored. Do the best you can.
It's like I said, it wasn't even like a thing. It
Right.
was just.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, and
that's
you go
it.
on.
You guys in the comments, let me know if your family has ever been through that situation and if you guys talked about it or not. Because now that me and my husband are talking about it a little more, I feel like sometimes we don't always talk to our kids enough about it. Because they grow up in Mexico, but when they go to the United States on vacation to see my mom, all of their friends are like, why would you come back? You go to the lake, you go on the boat, why would you want to be here? But then my kids are confused. Well, why don't they understand how wonderful the ranch is? And it's because we only show highlight reels when we go on vacation in the States, and I don't know if the kids here on the rancho always know how good they have it with all their freedom, and not everybody has electronic. You don't get Wi-Fi everywhere. Everybody's still, it's like how we grew up when we were younger, I think.
Well, it's the same thing for other things. It's always, the grass is always greener on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So, I think we're looking for different things. You know what I mean? Some of them are more materialistic things, or I think our kids get to see both sides of it, so that's a little bit different.
They do get to see both sides. And Juan said Mexican families don't talk about issues, only chisme.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. And let's see, a couple other people commented on this. Never really talked about it in my family either. That was from Pit Dog. Are you and his sister still close? In a way we are, but I think my life really changed once I got married and started having children. I went from, because I had Abby very young, I was 18, so I went from kind of like high school having friends to, I turned that to being a mom. I was not one of those moms that like had a baby and then still had her normal life. I feel like I was like, I love being a mom.
You kind of nested.
I nested and I loved it. Like to this day, I would never take back when I had Abby. I loved every minute of it. Abby's traveled everywhere with me, but his sister didn't go down the same path as me, so we see each other, we love each other, but we are not as close as we used to be when we were younger, if that makes sense. Hello from Dallas, Texas. I love the history of Mexico. Oh yes, me too. Hello from Chino, California. We love to move to Mexico. The grass is definitely greener where you are. I'm stressed out in the US right now. Yes, you guys, I know that is a like hot topic and big issue. And actually me and some of the moms were talking about it at our school pickup the other day, and I was telling those moms, I was like, you really don't know, when we come and bring our kids to school, the only drill our kids have is earthquake drill. That's it, because where we live in Mexico, that's one of the biggest dangers is an earthquake. And I was like, I left the United States and that wasn't the biggest danger going to school. And I was like, so people might think it's the opposite. They might think, oh, well, going to Mexico is the most dangerous thing you can do. But from me and my husband's experience, it's been the opposite for us. I think if we lived in the United States, I would homeschool my children. And I don't know when Abby and Cristiano and all them get older if things will change here, because the world is changing and it might change for them. But as of right now, they don't face that. And I told the moms at the school, I'm like, we are so blessed that we can walk into the school with our children and walk out and we don't have to worry about that. And me and my husband pray about it, because I'm going to go where God calls. And this is where God called us to be. God gives everybody different gifts, different purposes. And my purpose was to be here. And me and my husband do the best we can with that, being here in Mexico. Your purpose might be in the United States, or it might be ministry work or missionary work, or running a church, whatever that may be. And I told Annabelle recently, actually, she was asking me, she was saying, Mom, I'm getting like frustrated in school. And whenever I get the opportunity, I bring up God's gifts to my kids in a way they can understand. And I was like, Annabelle, school was really hard for me. I was like, but that's where some of God's greatest gifts came up. And I was like, little by little, as you get older, you're going to recognize them. You're going to see them. And I was like, school is free education, but there's other things that will be brought up. And those are gifts from God. And once you recognize them, you know that, okay, I'm going to remember that this is one of my gifts and I'm going to be able to use it.
This whole topic is like really hard for me because, I understand, like, and I've said this on here before, but, both places gave us amazing blessings.
Yeah, they truly did, both places.
But at the same time, I almost feel like we've been lied to. You know what I'm saying? Like, me growing up, I was perfectly fine with, American lifestyle and stuff like that. Not knowing anything about Mexico, besides what you hear on the news. It was just fine. I considered Mexico a third world country, even though I can literally see that it's not now.
And it was kind of more taboo, like, why would you even think about going back?
So then, then I started following other people on YouTube, that were also leaving the States, just to different countries. I follow some people that are from Panama, some people that are
Portugal.
from Portugal, stuff like that. And all these places are also, considered, third world countries. You know what I'm saying? And watching their videos, I realized that's not a third world country. You know what I'm saying? That's not what everybody talks about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to see, that the differences between the two places. I mean, obviously these people are also smart. They're also looking for, different things. I'm assuming it's a better lifestyle or way of life. Um, and that's what we were looking for, and this is where we found it. And if you would have asked me, 10 years ago, if I was planning on moving to Mexico, I would have told you no. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know enough about it.
No.
Unfortunately, I do know some of the drawbacks from the U.S. You know what I'm saying? I watched all these things happen over and over and over again.
And I think, though, too, when me and my husband were talking about what really makes the difference, and one of the bigger things is sense of community. So everything here in our small rancho, the center is the church, literally. There's a beautiful church. And people do not have a lot materialistically. So there's this sense of community that you feel joy from passing by and saying hola in the morning, or food. Food gives you that good feeling. And just talking to each other during the day instead of constantly having, like most of the moms, probably 95% of the moms here don't work. They're stay-at-home moms. And they're not stay-at-home moms with like a computer in front of them or a phone in front of them. We have tasks and chores to do all day long, but they're fulfilling. We're using our hands all day. We're walking to the school. We're walking home. We're volunteering at the school. And so I think because people don't have constant phones at their face and constant weight on their shoulders from everything happening around the world, they're just enjoying these small moments around them. That's bringing them their happiness. That's why I love to learn how to cook in Mexico, because that is a love language here. And in the United States, I just made the normal meals that everybody's used to. That's like boxed or you boil it, or it's pre-made. And here it's the opposite. It'd be hard to even find anything pre-made. So not only are you taking your time doing laundry, picking up kids from school, walking home, you're taking your time cutting vegetables, making food properly, but along the way, your whole community is doing it with you, and you're talking to people, and you're stopping to ask about their day, and you grow a connection with them. I lived in a couple different places in the United States, and only one neighbor I ever knew. I don't really feel like you get a connection with your neighbors that well.
I don't know. Everybody talked to me. I don't know why. I would get home like extremely tired.
Everybody does talk to my husband.
Yeah, it was like they knew. You know, what I mean, I had to go talk to this guy for whatever reason. But you guys hear us talking about this all the time. You know what I mean? You talk about, what everyday life looks like here, and I've said this on here before. Not everybody wants to have this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we like. It's something that we're glad that we get to do. But I understand it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? I don't think homesteading isn't for everybody. It's not.
No.
Especially in Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
And God's purpose didn't call everybody here. Irma, I just want to tell you, thank you so much. I have sisters, and some of them are in different states in the United States. I don't feel like their calling would be in Mexico. Like if they came here, I don't feel like that's where God would want them to be. I feel like they use their gifts where they're at. And that's the biggest thing is, are you using God's gifts? Are you following his will? And every day is a new day to just refresh and think about that. And yes, terrible things happen in this world, not just the United States, this whole entire world. But you're not meant to have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Where are you living right now? Where can you help within your community? The people surrounding you, because everybody is hurting in some way. I mean, even with you, hon, I think growing up, if, like you said, nobody even ever talked to you about Mexico. Like your dad had a lot of good memories here.
He did. It's just, I think it was just a different Mexico. You know what I mean? Maybe. My dad said it himself. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like how I grew up. You know what I mean? You hear it all the time, even now. You know what I mean? With the people I talk to and all this stuff. There was a lot of hunger back then. There was a lot of, unemployment. There was a lot of unknowns.
And let me ask you this, hon. Connie MW10 said, "We didn't thank you, bud. We didn't hear I love you growing up in our family. Food definitely was how it was shown. When I married my gringo husband, that's when I learned to hug others and not feel awkward." Oh, that's so funny. I feel like that is your family so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I feel like love was shown through food, and it was really shown. You know, we would love getting to your house and we could smell your dad's cooking from before we even got in.
I think, yeah, I mean, that was one of the things. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot more respect for, especially like my dad. I remember my mom trying to spank me for whatever reason. I'd just laugh at her and then walk away. You know what I'm saying? But if it was like my dad telling me something, yeah, that was like it.
I can remember, if you guys knew my husband personally, you know, he is very, he's a very strong-willed and a very strong mind, okay? He's so gentle with the kids, but he's also the boss in the house. And I remember if Abby was playing with something too loudly, and my husband would be like, "Abby, stop doing that." And your dad would be like, "Décalo." And that was it. My husband would sit back and not say another word. And nobody else could do that to my husband, and he would listen. Like, my husband would be like, "Well, no, she's doing something naughty." But to your dad, that was like the ultimate, you respected him and you didn't talk back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But he was kind and gentle.
He was. I mean,
Like the most kind and gentle.
I can tell you guys right now, my parents never like spanked me, never hit me with a belt, none of that. It was always, my dad was always like lecturing us. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, you know what I mean, I still yet to spank my kids or pinch them or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't pinch them. Do people
Dude,
pinch their kids?
yes. Have you ever seen like people in church when
I
kids are
don't
being
see-
naughty? You're like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
I've
Ask
seen them
people
like
here.
pull their ear.
No.
I haven't. Well,
No, or they grab them by the hair back here.
What?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking.
I have seen shoes I have seen them get spanked with shoes, and I've seen the moms pull their ears, and the little kids are like, I guess pulling your ear wouldn't hurt as bad. I didn't know they like pinch.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeannie Flores says, "Same, Connie. I was adopted by a white family, but we never got hugged or told I love you. We knew we were loved, but as an adult, I told my mom I don't remember hugs, I love yous, and she felt awful. We don't, from Juan Dos, we don't express feelings. Some parents showed love only the way they knew how, most through providing." Yes, 100%. XS810X99, thank you. You might have limited resources compared to the US, but you're able to do with what you're living with now, maybe even for the better. Love Lalo's bathroom. Glad you got it. Saludos from Los Angeles. I don't know if you guys heard what I said about the bathroom, but
Oh wait, I just want to clear something up. So a lot of you guys mentioned that it'd be that we needed a vent in there and stuff. Besides the vent, we also needed a window to get rid of moisture issues. So all our bathrooms have windows in them, and we also plan to have them open with screens.
Yeah.
So I don't think like moisture issues would be a problem.
no, because we got a big enough window, but we'll still need the vent for sure. Especially for your poop room.
Man, what's wrong with my poop room? My freaking
It's getting a vent. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you.
Poop room.
If that poop room does not get a vent, I'm going to have to tell Guillo we have to do something.
Look, see, it's true about getting ears pulled in church.
Oh, where does it say that? And my parents with the son or two, however, their outcome. Oh, it's true about food and hugs. Also, church getting ears pulled. Not still. Ouch. Hello from California. Do you watch her, even know of La Guarita? Yes, we do watch her sometimes. She lives in Pueblo, Mexico. So she lives in a completely different area. But our towns are extremely similar. The only difference is that her husband was deported, and I don't know if he can leave. And my husband self-deported, and then we were stuck here, but when we went back to the United States, he got his residency, then his citizenship, and we chose to come back to Mexico. So my husband self-deporting, we thought was like this biggest crushing in our life because he was denied at his first appointment. And it became our biggest blessing because we wouldn't have got to know Mexico the way we did if that wouldn't have happened. Hola, everybody. Poop room with a comfort control seat.
Dude, do you know what I'm talking about? Okay.
I think my husband, he loves his poop room so much. And I don't know if you guys know my last vlog, but a lot of people were like, Erin, why do you keep saying it's Lalo's poop room? And I was like, well, doesn't everybody know like women don't poop? Especially wives, okay? I have seen La Guarita. She is also building a house. Yes, she is. Hi, Roberto. Can you please take a couple of seconds, possibly a minute, to say this prayer with me? Hold on, I'm trying to read through it. Say this prayer with me. God will get you to where you need to go for your town or state, but he can get what you need to go. Trust the whole bunch or the whole thing. Yes, 100%. Hello from West Texas. Enjoy watching your vlogs. We poop, it just doesn't smell.
That's a lot.
100%. 100%. It does not. God does work in mysterious ways. Yes, he does. And that's another thing, my YouTube and my vlogs, I can say all I want to say, but I know God gave me also the ideas and the visions to show you guys his testimony in our family. Not just to say how much we love God and he is a part of our life and he has made these ways for us and ways that are like just aren't even possible. He's made the ways, and I love being able to show you guys all of that because when we first moved here, I don't know if there was one single person who thought we were gonna make it. Not one, and that's terrifying because you want to have backing. And there was times, even a couple years in, I'm like, God, I know you told me to be here. And please, you have to make a way for us or we're not gonna make it. And that's when my YouTube started picking up, you guys. And people message me and tell me that our vlogs bring joy and peace into their home. And that is the biggest thing for me. Or the family we just met, when her daughter came to Mexico, she was able to message me and ask me some question. And her daughter is thriving here. Mm-hmm. And that just filled me with joy.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I just gotta say that I'm about to invent a recliner toilet.
Lalo, I am not putting a recliner toilet.
Oh, we are.
You're having a copper toilet.
Copper? What?
I want it to look old. I'm gonna look up what other hacienda toilets look like. That's what you get.
Yeah, they look like a recliner toilet.
You're not. They don't even make recliner toilets.
I'm gonna
He's
make
not
one.
getting a recliner. He was already talking about when my husband takes a shower. I take a calm, relaxing shower. I like to hear the water. When my husband's in the shower, my kids are out here and they're like, it sounds like a Mexican concert. And I'm like, can you imagine how loud it is in the bathroom? And he wants to put surround sound.
I am.
I feel like we have to make a different bathroom for you. Like now I'm nervous. I feel like we have to add on a bathroom for you.
What?
I want a calm, tranquil bathroom. I don't want like disco lights and
we're not gonna
surround
be
sound.
using it at the same time.
No, but
and brick is noise canceling.
I'm having an open door.
What?
The door from the bedroom to the bathroom.
That's why I have a door.
Right, but I'm still gonna hear it, and I'm gonna be relaxing in my bedroom, watching TBN or something, and my husband's gonna be having your loud music on, and the whole house is gonna hear it.
No, I'll put some sound deadening on that thing, and then you won't be able
It's
to hear
gonna
that
look
either.
weird.
What?
So the toilet room is legit your own private spa.
Yeah, duh.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm a nervous wreck now because I feel like he's getting too many ideas. Oh, are you guys able to order from Amazon for the new home? Not everything, because we're so rural. They say like Amazon Mexico has this available, and then as soon as we put in our address, they're like, oh wait, it's not. So I hear Jalisco is special for the tequilas. Can you go on the tours and go to Tequila Distillery and film it? You guys, that is on my list of top things I want to do. Tequila Mexico is so beautiful. And they have a tequila train, like an elegant, rustic tequila train. I want to go so
Listen to me.
bad.
I just thought of something else. I'm gonna have a fold down projector. Boom. So when I'm in there,
I am so
connecting
done.
my
You'll
phone
never
right to
leave.
it, then there's that big wall on top of it. Boom.
This is why I didn't want to give you the poop room.
Well-
This is why. I knew it was going to go further than it needed to.
Well, this is just what happens.
I knew this was going to happen. He's going to have his own tiny home inside of this poop room, you guys. Just wait. I'm going to have
Listen
to
to me.
ignore
Everybody's
it.
gonna want a poop room after this, okay?
I'm so done right now. I'm going to have to talk to Guillo and be like, if he...
We already have a plan. I'll tell you how much right now.
Yeah.
Are the Derby Stick tacos for Annabelle and Pete?
The baby stay are mine, and then the kids have the girls have potato tacos. Okay, Cristiano just got here with our taco, you guys. So I think we're gonna get going, but we had such a nice vlog with all of you. My husband's gonna be reading all the poop room comments, because I know they're coming.
Yeah, give me any.
I'm a
any,
nervous wreck.
Any more poop room ideas?
I'm done. I'm done. The screen, I already know he wants a screen in there to watch his YouTube while he's in the bathroom. I'm never going to see him. He's not going to sleep in the bedroom. He's going to fall asleep on the poop room toilet that reclines.
Somebody just said to make a work table in there too. That's awesome.
I'm telling you, it's going to be like a little tiny home for him. It's going to be like this rustic, very hacienda elegant, and then you're going to walk into the modern day, laid back men's
Strobe
room.
lights.
Maybe I just need to put another toilet somewhere. Maybe that's what I'm gonna have to do so he can have his own. I really should have thought about that first.
You have 2 other bathrooms.
I don't want to use the other. I might use the other bathrooms. You
Yeah.
know what? That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
will.
it. I'm going to. All right, you guys. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed night. And just remember, like we said, wherever God is calling you, that's where you're meant to be.
Somebody
It's
said
not a-
put a mini fridge.
He's going to, you guys. This is the
A
problem.
disco ball.
I'm done. I'm done.
What?
Man cave poop room. Going to put he has been talking about putting speakers in there. He found this mirror that has a Bluetooth speaker in it. I mean, that's all he can think about. Look up Japanese toilets. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh
a
my god.
lowrider toilet. Dude, I'm gonna pinstripe it.
Please stop, hun. I really feel like you're gonna mess up the bathroom. Lalo.
What?
No, you can't. You
Dude,
can't.
a vlog from the poop room.
It's Lalo's shorts from the poop room. You guys, stop. I cannot. All right, you guys, I hope all of you have a beautiful, blessed night. I am about to go enjoy some tacos. Buenos noches a todos.